Jasmy's down over 50% this year. Your portfolio's bleeding red. Everyone in the comments is screaming sell now or this project is dead. But what if the moment everyone gives up is exactly when you should be paying attention? Stay with me because what I'm about to show you might completely change how you see this coin. What's up, crypto fam? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I break down the crypto market without the hype and without the BS. Before we dive into why Jasmy might be setting up for something massive, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next market move. Trust me, you'll want to catch what's coming. Let's talk about Jasmy. This coin isn't finished, not even close. Now I know what you're thinking, another YouTuber shilling a dying coin, but hear me out. What looks dead in crypto today has a weird habit of coming back to life tomorrow, and honestly, I'm not wrong. Jasmy has had a brutal year. We're talking a 50% drop that's made even the die-hard believers question their sanity. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see it falling this hard either, but that's exactly why this moment matters. When everyone's convinced it's over, that's historically been the worst time to exit. My comment section is flooded with people ready to take small profits and run. Some are cutting losses, others are just done. But here's my take. This is where real money gets made. Not when everyone's excited and buying the top. Not when your uncle's asking you about crypto at Thanksgiving. It's in these quiet, painful moments when nobody wants to talk about it anymore. So why should anyone still care about Jasmy? Let me walk you through the data and then I'll give you my honest opinion. Jasmy currently sits at a market cap of around $440 million, with daily trading volume hovering near 34 million. Now before you yawn and click away, consider this. Almost the entire 50 billion token supply is already circulating. You know what that means? No massive inflation bomb waiting to dump on your head like some other projects. That's actually a huge deal that most people overlook. Over 240,000 people still have Jasmy on their watch lists. About 100,000 wallets are actively holding it. If this project was truly dead, those numbers would be dropping fast. Instead, they're holding steady. That tells me something. The believers haven't left yet. The big question everyone's asking is whether Jasmy can actually recover from a 50% nosedive. Let me remind you that Jasmy rallied over 600% from under a penny before. 600%. That kind of explosive movement doesn't happen by accident. It proves there's legitimate momentum behind this token when market conditions align. And right now, the market conditions are, let's call them under construction. Here's where it gets interesting, and this is my own analysis based on what I'm seeing. I'm personally holding around 1 million Jasmy tokens right now, split between Coinbase and my Ledger wallet. Why? Because I'm not betting on next week or next month. I'm positioning for the next bull cycle. Remember when Bitcoin was sitting at $17,000 and every armchair expert said it was crashing to 10,000? Yeah, instead it ripped to 120,000. Tesla was overvalued before it 10x'd. Microsoft was just software before it dominated the world. Facebook was a college thing before it became Meta and conquered social media. Every cycle, there are coins people write off too early. And you know, every cycle, those same people watch from the sidelines as those coins pump while they're just sitting in cash, or, honestly, chasing the next meme coin. I've been in this space long enough to know that pattern repeats like clockwork. What I see in Jasmy is more than just price action. This project is tackling something real, data sovereignty and ownership. In a world where your personal information is sold without your knowledge, Jasmy's mission to return data control to users isn't just marketing fluff. It's genuinely valuable technology with real-world application. Now, I'm not telling you to buy. I'm not your financial advisor, and frankly, you shouldn't listen to anyone who claims to be one on YouTube, but I am explaining why I'm still holding my position and why I'm not panicking over a 50% drop. The silence around Jasmy right now isn't weakness. It's accumulation. Perry calls this period the calm before another run, and I tend to agree. When trading volume is, modest but steady, and holders aren't panic selling even when they're down pretty big, that's usually a sign that smart money is quietly positioning. Think about it for a second. If you're a whale or a big institution trying to build a position, do you really buy when everyone's super excited and prices are just mooning? Or do you buy when retail investors are totally demoralized and the price is pretty suppressed? The answer is honestly obvious. Now, I'm not asking anyone to just blindly hold or buy more. That's not what this is about. I'm really just walking you through why I still have conviction, even with all the rough price action we've been seeing. And honestly, the reasoning here is solid. The fundamentals haven't changed, the technology is still being developed, and the broader crypto market is basically just waiting for its next catalyst. I'll just add this. Crypto, well, it moves in cycles. Always has, always will. The projects that make it through the bear markets and those long consolidation phases are the ones that really explode when sentiment finally shifts. Jasmy has survived worse, for sure. It's weathered regulatory uncertainty, market crashes, and a ton of FUD. So, if it can handle all that, a 50% correction in a choppy market is really just noise. You know, the mistake most investors make is confusing price action with project viability. They're honestly not the same thing. Jasmy's price might be down, but its technology, partnerships, and vision, they all remain intact. Perry's confidence, and honestly mine too, comes from understanding that difference. One more thing, if you're looking for a coin to double your money by Friday, Jasmy probably isn't it right now. But if you're thinking in terms of months or, you know, the next bull cycle, that's where the real potential lies. The data ownership space is growing, privacy concerns are increasing, and regulations are forcing companies to rethink how they handle user data. Jasmy is positioned right in the middle of that trend. Whether it captures even a fraction of that market could determine whether your portfolio looks genius or foolish in 2 years. Look, I get it. Holding through a 50% drop isn't fun. Watching your portfolio bleed while other coins pump stings. But if there's one thing I've learned in crypto, it's that fortunes are made by those who can stomach the volatility and stick to their thesis when everyone else is bailing. My message is simple. Don't count Jasmy out yet. And honestly, whether you hold, buy, or stay on the sidelines is entirely your call. Just make sure you're making that decision based on analysis and conviction, not fear or FOMO. If you found this breakdown helpful, drop a like and let me know in the comments. Are you still holding Jasmy, or did you already exit? I want to hear your thoughts, and if you want more deep dives like this, subscribe and hit that notification bell. I've got more analysis coming on projects the market is sleeping on. As always, remember, this is not financial advice. Crypto is volatile, unpredictable, and you can lose everything you invest. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Do your own research, understand the risks, and make decisions that align with your financial situation. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.